everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, you're absolutely welcome. On this channel I talk about everything motherhood, lifestyle, and just things I do generally in my day-to-day activities. I'm a mom of two cute boys, and with time you'll be seeing them on my channel. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate your love. Thank you guys so much. So today's video I'll be talking about Prince Harry and Meghan's interview. Yes, I know a lot of us have seen that interview, and that interview took place, I think it was on a Sunday, and it lasted for like 2 hours, And while I was watching that interview, a lot of things just kept running through my mind, and I decided to share those thoughts with you today. So today's video is going to be kind of a chit chat videos, okay? Let's just rub minds together. So without talking too much, let's dive down into today's video. So guys, welcome back again. And so on Sunday, Oprah interviewed Prince Harry and his wife, and they both said a lot of things that was going on in the royal palace. But today I'm not going to go into that issue, okay? But I'll be talking about the hard lessons I learned in that interview, okay? Because some people kind of see these red flags, but they just ignore it, just believing that, oh, love will conquer everything. Of course, love conquers everything, but not everything. So you must learn to choose your battle correctly. So in that interview, I just learned some very strong lessons, and I wish our single ladies who are preparing to get married will also learn from that, from that interview. So today I'll be sharing with you some of the hard lessons I learned in that interview, and some of the red flags you shouldn't ignore when you're about to get married. So guys, the first red flag for me, for any single lady who wants to get married, is when your husband introduces you to his family members. Please, there is this inner voice in us, there's this inner spirit that will speak to you, that you know when they like you and when they don't. If you go to your would-be family and they show that dislike, or they show that hatred for you at the initial stage, my sister, please, I'm begging you, pack your slippers, put it on your head, and run. Don't believe that, oh, when you get married, you're going to win them over with your good attitude. Of course, for some it works, for majority it doesn't. So if you're getting into marriage relationship with your spouse or with your partner, and you know that the family does not like you, especially their mothers, please pack your slippers and run. Because you know what, even when you eventually get married, they will still have that hatred in their heart, and sometimes they transfer this hatred to your children. And trust me, you don't want to be in that battle, because marriage is alone, it's a lot of work. You don't want to carry extended families members' problem and add it to yourself. That will just kill you before your time. So you don't need it, okay? Go to where you'll be loved. Go to where you'll be appreciated, okay? You are priceless. Don't make yourself feel as if you're desperate, because when you appear very desperate is when they treat you anyhow. So when you go and you notice that they don't like you, or they are fighting over you, my sister, run, oh, because that battle is for the Lord, not for you. So the second red flag you shouldn't ignore in any form of relationship is abuse. Yes, if your partner abuses you, whether emotionally, physically, mentally, please don't sit down and say, oh, I'm praying, God will change him. Nobody changes unless that person has made that decision to change for themselves, okay? So if your partner is abusing you, don't stay, please, because in marriage it's going to be worse. Imagine a man slapping you when you are in a relationship with him. When he now marries you, where some of our African men think that when they marry you, they now own you as property. That one, he will tie your neck on the fan, and in fact, he can even kill you, because he just believes you are his property. So if a man is abusing you, if a man talks down on you, or even if he makes that mistake of raising his hand, my sister, that is a big red flag. Don't even wait. Carry your load, put it on your head, and run. Don't pray. That is not a prayer point, okay? His family members should go and pray for him, not you. It's not your job, okay? Because they didn't raise him well. So the third red flag for me is a man who is indecisive, a man that cannot make decisions without, asking for other people's opinion, a man that even when he makes the decision, he will still have that attitude of explaining himself. For me, that kind of a person, in fact, I don't know, because you can't even make major decision. How can I be in a marriage with you where you cannot even make decision? Because in marriage, a lot of things will happen, major decisions will be made, and if you get married to that kind of person that cannot even make decision for himself, where do you want to start? So if a man is indecisive, for me, that kind of man does not have a mind of his own. He's still acting like a child. He's still acting like a baby. So that's not the kind of person you want to be with, because that would be like draining you emotionally, okay? So the fourth red flag for me is a man who does not make you comfortable. You're not comfortable around him. When he's with you, he's either comparing you with the next person, comparing you with his neighbors, comparing you with his friends. Some people will even go as far as calling you names. And don't allow anybody to give you a name that does not belong to you just because you are in a relationship or because you want to get married and you belittle yourself. Please, any man that doesn't make you feel comfortable around them, my sister, you should not be in that relationship with him, because what he's doing right now, where you are in a relationship, he will do worse in marriage. If love is doing you in relationship, marriage will clear your eyes. Marriage is a whole lot of work. Okay, so you want to be very comfortable with your partner, okay, because it's a long time contract, it's a long time relationship. You cannot tell me that when you are with your partner in your relationship now, you're not free to talk, you're not free to do a lot of things. But when you now get married, is it that time that you feel free with him? So if this person, you're not comfortable with him or her, please leave them, okay? So the fifth red flag for me is somebody that has trust issues. Yes, if your partner has trust issue, that is a big red flag. If they say A and eventually you now find out that it's D, that person is not even sincere with himself, talk less of being sincere with him. So if that person has trust issue, my dear, that is not the kind of person you want to be with, because in every relationship, trust should be the foundation of that relationship. Yes, because in the long run, it will save you a whole lot of headaches, it will save you a whole lot of pains and all that. So if your partner has these trust issues, you know that you cannot trust him, you know that he lies a lot, you know that some of the things he tells you are false, or some of the things he says are false, please, there is no need, because marriage does not change anybody. They will even bring out characters that you felt, oh, they didn't have before. In marriage, you will see it, because everybody, you cannot hide in marriage. You will bring out your character, okay? You will bring out the real you. Everybody will show themselves in marriage. So, because in relationship, you can hide some things, you can pretend, but in marriage, how long will you pretend? How long will you pretend? So, my dear, these are some of the red flags. There are a lot of them. If you notice they have any of this red flag, please don't compromise anything. Don't say, oh, no, you will try and see how you will do it. You will pray. You will do. Those things doesn't work. I'm not saying prayer does not work, but please, why will you stay and be enjoying something when you can actually enjoy it? Marriage is meant to be enjoyed, in my own opinion. Okay, it's meant to be enjoyed, not endure. How long would you enjoy it? And that's why you see some women looking older than their spouse. You see them looking older than their age, because they are going through stress in that marriage. Please take your time, single ladies. No need to rush, okay? There are a lot of things you can still do for yourself. There are a lot of money to make. There are a lot of skills to learn. There are a lot of things to do for yourself. Marriage is not a visa. It's not any form of what do I call it? Is it a receipt that when you get to heaven, if you present it, they will say you should enter into the kingdom of God? No. Everybody will work out their salvation with fear and trembling here on earth. So don't make that mistake, because in marriage, it's either it will make you or it will break you. So do not marry the wrong partner. So guys, some of the lessons I learned in that interview with Prince Harry and his wife is that somebody who will love you would do that effortlessly, because we could see Prince Harry willing to leave everything he had just because of love. That is to tell you that love is a beautiful thing and you shouldn't settle for less. The second important lessons I learned in that interview was that in all you do, in all you do, those who you claim to love, you should protect them with everything you've got, everything in you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please do not forget to leave this video a big comment, okay? Like this video and share it if you find it very interesting. So without talking too much, this is where I end today's topic, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed.